Hello, my name is Michael Glenn, and in this episode of the Dojo Show, we're studying the kata Harai. Harai means to sweep, so you're sweeping away your opponent's weapons, you're sweeping away the opponent himself, but you're also sweeping open the space so that you can fill the kukan with victory. Okay, so we're continuing with this Ihen Sabaki Gata that we're doing, and this next kata that we're going to look at is a simple looking kata, and it's called Harai. Okay, anybody know what Harai means?
Hirai?
Harai.
Harai could mean to pay.
So
I don't know the other meaning.
the exercise we just did was called ashi, barai.
Oh.
It's the same word.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Harai, it's sweep.
There you go.
So like with ashi barai was the leg sweep. Okay. So I'm going to start off in Ichimonji, and James is going to be in Daijodan there. Right? He's going to cut in. I strike down to kote this way, right? And then I strike up under kote, and then I sweep the leg. Okay? One more. So from Ichimonji, he cuts down. I hit kote this way, right? Strike up into kote, take the leg. All right? Yeah, there's some similar moves to things we've been doing recently, so it probably would look familiar. Let me do one this way. So here, okay. Next, up under the hands this way. This is supposed to come over the head to sweep, okay? How about that way? Down, up. Okay, very simple looking kata. So when you're doing Ichimonji with the bow, right, it's like being in Ichimonji here, except you have a bow. Okay, so it's the same stance, more or less. You're here, right, like you would be in Gyokoru, or here with the bow. Okay, if you're trying to keep your opponent away from you, you let the tip drift more to the center, so it's harder for him to come in. If you want to bait him, you let the tip drift off a little bit so he has space to come in. Okay. I'm using this padded bow, right? And it still hurts a lot, so I gotta still be careful. But I want to show you guys like where the targets are, right? So here, I receive. You see that strike? Maybe you could hear it, right? Yeah. This is with the padded one, and it's got hollow aluminum inside. Okay, so imagine with the wood, right? So try to have that feeling even with the wood. Can I borrow that wood one? So again, so here. You see how James is reacting? Because he just felt what that feels like. And so he knows to protect himself, he has to move. He has to let go. He has to respond with the natural timing of the swing, right? So that's ukemi. That's a really basic ukemi lesson that applies to anything we do in the Bujinkan, right? It's not that you want to take a fall or fake it, right? You don't want to just fall down for your partner, but you have to provide this give and take there that makes it more realistic. He comes in with his strike. See the distance I've created here, right? And so when I shift through here for this next strike, I can affect Paul already, right? I'm already affecting him with distance and spacing. One more. So here, see how this is affecting Paul, right? So from here I have a decision to make. I can knock that out, or I can even just jam in, right? The position I'm in puts me in a position of strength over the space, right? It kind of makes it hard for him to do anything. Make sure I'm in the camera here, I think. So here, see how I'm shielding myself with the bow? So then the next one, he's scared, it's a heavy stick. So the next one, I come up under like this. Again, shielded here, okay? So if for some reason my attack didn't work, he can't come in very easily, right? Then this next one helicopters to the leg, right? I didn't hit him hard because he's slow with that ukemi. One more. So here. I don't know if you guys can see, each one of those leads into the next and it's controlling the space, right? So that's what you want to work on. Let them flow together that way, all right? On this second strike, it's Harai strike, so that has a particular quality to it. It's lifting up underneath things, right? So I'm here, I come out, I strike down, okay? So this Harai is rising up, okay? So I rise up under the kote there to come into this one, all right? So after you struck down, it's rising up. So it comes through the space, lifting up, okay? So the Harai strike can hit other targets too, right? So James is coming here, right? I'm down. If this hand is clear, I don't necessarily have to hit kote here, right? From this position, there's an obvious target, right? Another one is up under the chin, okay? So you're lifting up. So on that first strike, it's possible you'll hit both kote and he may just drop the sword. And in that case, you would change your targeting. Over here, please. So if I hit across both kote like that, you see the next strike can lift up through the middle, right? Or I can lift up under his chin here. Okay, I did that very carefully. Obviously, it's a difficult strike for him to receive. It flies up, striking him under the chin, but its real effect is to break his kamae backwards. Okay, so think about that. When you go for this first strike, depending on your angle, you may be getting both kote. We're going to look at another possibility here with the Harai part. You can think of the Harai as all of these strikes, actually. You're sweeping the sword away, right? You're sweeping the leg. So the Harai comes in more than one form. But let's look at the last one in particular. James, if you could be there. So here, I'm down, I'm up. When I come around this way, I can strike to the knee or down by the ankle, okay? So from here, if I come around to the knee, you see what that does to James, how it affects him, right? His ukemi is going to be different. The way his body reacts is going to be different, right? So here, up under, if I go to the knee here, you see how I can trap James's body here. So here, up under, I'm going for the knee. Okay, you see I've got both legs. After I hit the knee, I threaded through to trap both legs. Okay, this lets me control James away from me. Yep. I can turn him over, keep him from turning back. So just this little thing here makes it hard for him. He can try to bring his leg out, yeah, and I can keep posted. So here for the knee. Okay. So I come around to the knee. Okay. Yeah, so if you do it right on the joint, it's worse, right? But it has the same effect here. So here, right, this strike. When I helicopter this around, see how it brings James's knee in front of the other? Okay, I hit it a little hard that time because he wasn't moving, right? But it hurts over here. So here, right, this comes around and you see where the stick can go through there. Okay, I didn't knock him down on purpose this time so you guys could see where the stick goes, right? But if I wanted to knock him down here, it's just that. So striking down here, flip up this way, okay? Here's your ashi barai there, okay? One more, Paul. So here, right there, okay? Here's your ashi barai, okay? So it's changed now, this is Ihen. So here, see this flipping up in the center here, right? And then the ashi barai can go to either leg, right? He wasn't ready for that one. See how that sent the sword, right? See the sword go flying there, right? So when I do my ashi barai, I can go to either side. All right, check that out, please. So without James, it's down, up, right? Ashi barai this side if you want, right? Or around, okay? So I'm here with Gregory, he comes in. I strike down on kote here. This allows me to come in this way, right? You see how this is controlling him? And I just keep this covering things that are dangerous to me. So like here, his feet became dangerous to me, so I let the staff control that, right? You see how this is bad for him here. So there on kote, I let this come in this way. So I'm using the shoulder and the leg there, if you guys can see that. So I've got his forearm and his leg trapped.
Not good.
See? So here you strike, this just comes in shielding there, okay? So that leaves him a little bit vulnerable here, okay? See how he's controlled here by the staff? So I've got Paul kind of smushed here with the bow, okay? His sword hand is trapped and the bow's across his ribs. It hurt. So here, okay, see how I'm coming in on kote here? Right? And I can just manipulate this. I'm using the bow for leverage, okay? He's tapping because of the fingers, right? One more. Let's go this way. So here on kote, then that just comes in. Okay, I can even let it go to control him like this. I'm controlling his sword hand here. And the head, obviously. You okay?
Yeah.
So after I hit kote here, I'm using this to bind him up in the center, okay? And then I can use the bow to start binding other things. All right. You okay, Paul? I'll just keep this bound up here for some control.
Well, I've got the blade guarded, but still.
I strike there, I strike up underneath the same way we were doing, and then I'm going to use that on the second strike. Okay? You guys see where the bow is here? Lots of sound effects, right? Those always help. So you can pick things up if you want to make things worse on him, right? So here, right, up underneath this way, and I'm using the stick here to stick to part of his body.
Yeah.
Okay, you see he had his hands up like that, right? I just stay connected to it, and then I can use it to come in. Right, here's a chance to hit him or draw another weapon. And so the Ihen is kind of occurring here on the Haneage strike. All right. So down this way, up.
Yeah.
See where I'm pressing here? Just to control, right? So I come in, I control here. The stick's not even in play, right? I had the stick floating so I could use it or not use it. One more. Sometimes you need to do that in case you have other opponents, right? You control him and have the stick free to deal with other opponents. Right here, I'm controlling here. So here, if the sword is still there, maybe he had armor on or something, I use this to guard.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's always a good policy. Nice.